The other day, I was in the restroom, just sitting on the toilet, waiting for the juices to flow, when suddenly this question popped into my head. Why do we call it a restroom? Is it because people rest there more often than at their own home? And why do girls always have to go there in groups? We're not getting into that in this blog, but we will begin to examine what makes a restroom, besides the rest. So, without further ado, it's off to a restroom. Many hours have been spent resting in this room by many members of the household. If you've ever looked at a restroom, you'll notice that they all have certain components that come into play. Every restroom, for instance, has a toilet. Something that you sit on and expel your bodily fluids. Another component is a sink that always seems to drip. Another component, a strange fan that runs constantly. Another component that every restroom must have is an abundance of reading materials. Let's take a look at some of the reading materials that you'll find in this very restroom right now. Come on, let's look. Oh, somebody looks like they want to mix some drinks. So they've been doing some research on different ways to use bourbon in the bathroom. Dad! Another book that we have in this very restroom, Birds of North America. So you want to, read about bristle-thighed curlew. You could do so at your own pleasure while you're on the crapper. Alrighty, we have a Entertainment Weekly. What's the best thing is when there are bookmarks in it. You know that someone was reading that very page the last time they were on the shitter. Let's see what they were reading. 32 Things We Hate. More reading materials. Oh, we have a sap. A Jude Deverell romance novel. When Katie turned and saw Cole standing there, his heart leapt because he saw in her eyes that she was glad to see him. Maybe it wasn't the love that he wanted to see, but she wasn't angry with him, and she certainly didn't hate him. That is something that I'd love to read while I'm trying to get the turds to come out of my sphincter. There's just something about romance and sphincters that don't mix. Do you agree? Oh, another book, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Well, it might take you a few sittings to get through it, if you know what I mean, since it's like over 800 pages long. But hey, if you spend as much time in here as some other people I know, that's not going to be a problem for you, is it? No. Another form of reading material I found is a dictionary. So you could add on to your vocabulary while you're in here. You could, learn words like macroscopic or maculation. Not far from the word masturbation, which is pretty much a cousin of the word maculation. Dude, all these hawks look the same, don't they? They all have wings. Man, I gotta use the restroom. What?
Are you almost done in there?
Just give me another minute.
You say that every time.
Shut
There's
up.
only so many minutes in the day.
Shut up. What?
Hurry up!
So how do you rest in a restroom?